I'ma be live and hype. Commentary, I know you'll like. Steady chasing, wins with Mike. Let's go. Yeah. Steady chasing, wins with Mike.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever time you are watching or hearing this. I am Mike. This is my boy Derrell. Derrell, my boy. How's you doing? How's you feeling? How you living?
Good. How you doing, my boy? What's happening with you, Mike?
Man, I've been doing good, man. Out here surviving in these mean Texas streets.
Yes, sir. Just holding it down,
Been
man.
moving,
Just trying to
man.
maintain, same old.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the name of the game, bro, is maintaining, man. I ain't heard from you, my boy, since the Super Bowl, man. You done had you a little Super Bowl hangover over that, boy.
I'm having a sports withdrawal syndrome over here because ain't nothing been on. We had the little
Ain't
All-Star
nothing
game,
been
but
on.
that's about it. I need some competitive sports going on, bro.
Man, listen, bro, we finna dive into it, and we are gonna talk about the All-Star game, but let's just get right into the business at hand. So, Stefon Diggs had his arraignment, which was a couple of days ago. Actually, no. Really, it was just now. So, anyway, Stefon Diggs had his arraignment. He pleaded not guilty for the assault charge against, with his chef. And, man, what's your thoughts about, what's so crazy? That he go from AFC Championship game to his first Super Bowl appearance to now he's in court fighting felony case assault. And man, Stefon, bro, with everything with Cardi B has been going on. They say they done broke up, they not together, and now he in court. I don't know what's gonna be the outcome of this, but like on the 13th, like I said, he pleaded not guilty. So, it's no bond or anything like that, and they're gonna pick it back up April the 1st of this year. So that's right around the corner. So man, how do you feel about that? I have my thoughts, but I'm just gonna let you do your.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really dive on a personal level, whatnot. But as far as his sports situation, I can't think if he signed a 2-year deal. Let me see real quick. But I don't know. I feel like, well, I still feel like he might be at a crossroads anyway with New England. I don't think he had that much of an impact as they wanted him to. I know they spread the ball around quite a bit. The safety blankets for Drake May were really the tight ends this season. Just looking at his stats real quick, looks like Stefon. I know he's coming off that ACL, so I might want to give him another chance, another run at it or whatnot. But I mean, hopefully this is something that he can find his way out of. Not too sure on the details and the evidence that they have, but he's not getting any younger, because you can get to that point where they won't even want to fool with you anymore, and they'll just move on from you. It happens quite a bit in the world of football. But looks like he actually had a decent year. He had just over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 85 catches on 102 targets, 4 touchdowns. So it wasn't just that bad, but I mean, I feel like they probably feel like, is he gonna climax that, go above that in a heavy weight, or are they at a point where they can just, save some cap room, bring in another player who can do that? I think it's gonna be very interesting coming up with all these receivers that are free agents, and just with the draft and as well. I think free agency is coming up in about March 9th, so we'll get a real good look at how things are going. You'll see a lot of cuts. We're probably going to talk about one that just happened the other day with Tyreek Hill. So I'm sure there's a lot more cuts yet to come. But hopefully he can just find him. If he's not in New England, I'm sure somebody's going to pick him up, and he can have an opportunity to make a difference somewhere. He still probably has some tread left on the wheels and whatnot, but I don't think it's something that teams will be willing to take a risk on if the court proceedings don't go well for him. So hopefully that goes well, and we'll see him on the field again.
Yeah, I hope so too. Can't really too much dive into all that, because once again, we don't want to be sitting here speculating, because that's not what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? And Shout out to him and Cardi B or whatever they got going on. I don't even want to dive in that because everybody talking about that. That ain't my business. I don't deal in nobody's relationship at all. I focus on the one that I got. But at the
Well,
end of the
being
day, I just, you know, it's a messed up situation when you are the face of something and everyone looks at you like you're a public figure. It's like you don't have not even an inch to fuck it up. You fuck it up, it's over and done. And he has a good kind of relationship with the Patriots because the Patriots stood by him. I think he did the right thing with the Patriots and tell him ahead of time and don't let them find out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then also too, Robert Kraft looked like a very understanding person. So however it goes down, I hope it works out for both parties. I'm not saying that the young lady is lying. I'm not saying that Trayvon Diggs is lying. I don't know. Because we don't know what's going on. We ain't seen no evidence, but it's just, it kind of sucks that you coming from that high, that Super Bowl appearance is like now you're in the court. But
right.
we just see how that plays out. But I honestly don't think he messes with his stock right now. I think he still got contract with New England, but it just depends on how this court thing goes. So we just gonna sit back and just watch with a close eye, cause they do got a lot of wide receivers coming up out of here, man. I heard that AJ Brown is a rumor of a trade, Mike Evans of a trade. So hearts and prayers and stuff that goes out to both parties, and we're just gonna see how that plays out. But speaking about White House, old Tyreek Hill is out of Miami. Tyreek,
Yeah.
come holler at your boy. Come on down to the Steel City, which is very not likely, but he's coming off of an injury, and man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see with that how that works out too. That was a nasty injury, but I don't understand how players get cut from teams after they're injured. It's kind of like, damn, is that like a clause, bro? I'm injured, bro. Like, y'all gonna cut me already? Goddamn. Let me at least try. Let me at least come back healthy. But they still owe him some money, and then they moving off a lot of cap space too. Like that's $20 million, $22 million is off the books that they ain't gotta pay that much. But he done made enough money to where he can stay afloat for a very mighty long time until somebody come pick him up. But then again too, he's not healthy right now. So that's kind of messed up little situation. But I think Tyreek could still be a threat. I think he should go back to the Chiefs. Me personally, that's just how I feel.
Yeah, he definitely coming off a gruesome injury. They say there's a possibility that he might not be ready at the beginning of this season. So whoever takes him on is taking on essentially a project, and
Yeah.
basically, I think he needs to go somewhere that'll give him a good focus and level of concentration, somewhere with a strong locker room presence, with a strong coaching presence, so that he can rehab properly and take a chance coming back out on the field. That's why Kansas City definitely sounds like a perfect reunion. They definitely need
Yep.
somebody of his caliber already, or they're playing with house money next season because Pat Mahomes is coming back from an ACL injury as well. So that'll probably could give them something to have in common and push each other to come back. And expecting Mahomes back a lot sooner, I assume, but I think it would be interesting to have him go back to Kansas City. Even if he's not what he was, he still has the possibility of being a factor. They don't have anything to lose in trying to bring him there. He knows the system. They know him. Him and Mahomes know how to get the best out of each other. That's one option. Buffalo is another possibility. I'm not too sure of how the coaching change is going to affect things, but definitely will be a need there in Buffalo, bringing in a player like him. Somebody like him, I don't see him going towards just any old team. It's going to be a situation like a Rams team or something like that, and just throwing one out there. Somebody that's a contender, somebody that has a strong locker room presence, somebody that definitely has a need.
Mhm.
It could be very interesting. But like you say, I think Kansas City is the perfect situation for him and for them.
And so I just read somewhere that Patrick Mahomes He done restructured his contract. His
Yeah,
contract this week has lowered the salary cap,
yeah.
so from
But
78.2 million to like
they still above they
34.
salary, but he helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he helped a lot, but man, I remember when TJ was over here in Houston and he used to do the same thing. Hey, we're gonna give you this money, but could you take a little pay cut to help restructure so we can build some cap and get some players? But that didn't work out for TJ because TJ didn't get no ring. Because the only
So
reason why you would do that is so that you can get somewhere, like you can get a ring or you can be a contender. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah.
will I feel comfortable in giving back the money? I don't think so. I ain't giving back no money now.
Well, some of them times they work it out on the back end and give it to them on the back end, but it just depends. I mean, we already know that Kansas City don't have a lot of wiggle room, so the only person they really can go to is Pat Mahomes. Chris Jones is at the end. That's a guy that you're dealing with that's definitely not going to give back no money. So that's the possibility of doing anything they can to get under their salary cap to make some changes is going to be huge for them with the balance of the team and what's going to happen as far as the people they're probably going to be cutting and moving on from because they had a
Yeah,
subpar season last year, even though injury was involved. They're going to be looking to make some changes in the draft. They're going to be making a lot of changes through it with the better allotment of picks that they have. Normally they're picking
yeah,
30. Now they're in the top 14, top 10, so they got a chance at
top 10,
getting a
yeah.
dynamic player that can really help them. So who knows what's gonna happen in Kansas City next year?
But you know what's the one thing back to the money I never understand? Why would a billionaire ask you, a millionaire, to take a pay cut?
Because
I
like
never
you said,
understand that.
it's by winning. That's what it's about. It ain't about helping the team. It's about helping yourself and trying to up your stock. In most cases, you looking at a contender, but like you said, sometimes it don't go well, and a lot of times it does go well. So it just depends on the situation at hand. I mean, I've seen Tom Brady do it. He did it in the past. So I guess if Tom Brady can do it, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
hey,
but
you
they gotta
willing to
stop
give up
that
something?
though. Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
but
gotta
I
stop
mean,
that
it's
though,
not
bro.
really giving back money. They just moving it around. That's all they doing. They fixing that year so that they can be under the cap and move that money to another year. That's basically what they. A lot of times that what they do, and they get it back in incentives too.
Okay, so but if is the money gonna be moved back around in my bank account? That's the real
Yeah,
question here.
yeah. Basically,
You can
it
move the
depends on the
money
level.
around
It
all you
depends on
want.
the level player you are. So, for instance, if they know, hey man, we got like just throwing names out there. We got Chris Jones and Edwards-Helaire still under contract for this fiscal year. I gotta move them around to another year so I can be lower this year, and I worry about them years when I get there, and I move some more players around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all it is. It's just a big boy hustle game. But a lot of times you might get a situation where a player might lose some money off of it, but that's why they might negotiate for more incentives in another year or something. Like what you call it had Keenan Allen had some good incentives at the end of the year. He was trying to get to his amount of catches that he had to have and the 1,000 yards that he had to have. He ended up getting both. He got
Yeah.
like an extra $2 million because of that. So it just depends on the caliber of player you are. That's why, like you just said, you don't see a lot of just anybody doing that. You're gonna see the major cats that's doing it that can stand and it make you look good as a teammate too.
Man,
Your
I ain't trying to hear
teammates
that, dog.
appreciate that.
I ain't trying to hear
Hey,
that. I ain't
at the end of the
Hey
day,
man,
it
I,
ain't hurting Mahomes. Now it hurt the other cat. Mahomes gonna be on commercials. He done made it back already. But it's the other
see,
cats that can't.
that's the problem though. See, that's the problem, bro, because it's pocket watching. Why are you
Yeah.
watching what I get outside of this field? If I get all these endorsements, I had to hustle hard to get that. Y'all didn't put that in front of me. Because at the end of the day, there's no Nike, Adidas, or any kind of sports sponsor that's going to sponsor, I'm sorry to say this, but losers. Patrick Mahomes is the face of a winner. And in order for me to be the face of this, whatever I'm sponsoring, I have to win. So therefore, I put the work in. This ain't no Kansas City Chiefs thing. So I feel like this, bro. Like, we got to come up with a legitimate reason on why I want to do a pay cut. Because money gets moved around, that's true. But with that
Well,
money end
it's
up moving
you could go to
perfectly
somebody
back.
like Joe Burrow and say, Joe, look, we brought in both the receivers you wanted. They paid top 10, top 15 in the league. We need an offensive line, brother. Now, if I had an extra 200,000 to get boys, you know what I'm saying, I could bring in some better doggone offensive linemen. He gonna give in, trust me. That's why Tom Brady always had great offensive linemen. Well,
Nah,
Joe
nah,
Burrow
nah.
ain't gonna win.
Hey, what did Smokey Mama say on Friday? Hey, Mama, this ain't enough. Make it enough.
Hey, you're gonna have to. You gotta take some win. You gotta take some wins. You gotta take some L's to be the boss. And that's what it take, evidently.
Man, I'm gonna get as much as I possibly can while
Yeah.
I'm moving. Y'all go figure this out. Y'all go figure it out. Y'all the one that gave me the money.
But if
I
I
done signed for it
win,
already.
if I win the Super Bowl, I get it all back. Plus, I'm getting a Disney World commercial. I'm going on the
If,
Tonight Show. What you
if,
mean? Hey,
if,
if you don't believe you gonna do it, don't get that
if,
back. Don't restructure. You ain't gonna restructure then.
bro,
But
if was a fifth, you know the rest. If we win. That
that's why
boy
that's
Cam.
why Patrick Mahomes done won, and guess what? He want to win again, so he went and restructured his contract.
Hey man, I'm good. If I'm Pat Mahomes, I
Everybody
got 3
can't
of them
do it.
things. My hand hurt.
Everybody can't do it. He know he get another
But
contract.
they better get it how they
He
live.
ain't
'Cause my
tripping.
hand hurt right now.
He say he gonna get it in blood. He getting it back. Believe that.
That's right. I'm not finna structure nothing, bro. Y'all done gave me this money now. Now y'all come and ask me, hey, if I had a couple more million, this and that. Bro, you a billionaire, bro. Y'all make it happen. You didn't become a billionaire by
See,
mistake.
when you
I had
when
to
you
become
Pat
a billionaire by
Mahomes,
hope.
when you that type of player, it don't matter. You playing chess already. You
Man,
already
listen,
getting it. Cause you know that next
that's fine.
negotiation, I'm gonna hit their ass
Uh-huh.
again. I'm gonna be the most paid quarterback again.
Of all time, they done already gave him
Yeah.
$500 million, and I thought that
And that
contract was
contract
team
almost
friendly.
up.
Why you? Okay, but why you come knocking at my door? I thought that contract was team friendly. Why you come knocking at my door, asking for me to do a cut?
Cause we know when we renegotiate this contract, we gonna pay your ass even more. Cause we know we owe you. They already know what it is. They know they getting that Brinks truck ready. They know
They better.
this an investment for Patrick.
They
That's why I
better.
say it depends
They
on the
better.
caliber player it is. Like somebody like you ain't gonna see Lamar, Josh Allen, none of these cats doing no restructuring.
Hell no, especially Lamar. That man you ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna hear that come out of his mouth. That man from Miami leaves. Man, that man is a good man. Ain't finna say no shit like that, dog. You coming, man? What? You bet not. He from the hood. I ain't finna say nah. I ain't. I would never. Don't call my phone at all. I'll look at that number like, what y'all calling me for? I'll see training camp ain't started yet. What you calling me for? I ain't late to no meetings. We off right now, and I'm hurt too. Man, I'm trying to get this bread, bro. I'm not giving no money back, dog. Maybe this is beyond me because I'm here. I ain't gonna say financially, you wouldn't know. All right, you ain't making that kind of money, but that's cool. Like you say, Patrick Mahomes get all kind of endorsements, deals, and this and that, so he's always gonna be up. That's all good and fine. But bro, one thing about the NFL, what it really stands for is not for long. It's not gonna be for long. So like Cam Newton say, man, every Tuesday, bro, that check hitting every Tuesday. Whatever percentage you're getting, half or whatever out of that contract, bro, you getting that every Tuesday. I need my shit to be straight every Tuesday. Chase Bank is expecting that same amount that I got last Tuesday. We ain't doing no restructure, but maybe they added on some more years. Maybe they did that. Maybe they didn't take no money. They just did a restructure so they could stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But hey, man, it is what it is. I just know for me, I ain't giving no money back and I ain't doing no restructure. That's me. But then again, I don't play in the NFL. Moving forward. Moving forward, man. I'm gonna be blunt. The NBA All-Star Slam Dunk competition needs to be over. That's over with. That's dead.
Nah, don't end it. Just get better. That was trash. You got the wrong
That was
people.
trash.
You got the
Trash.
12th and 13th player off the team coming in this competition, man. That's that, like, for real. Nah, we can't end it because you get moments, man. You get moments, but they picked the wrong. First of all, they picked Jackson Hayes. This man just did a regular dunk. Now, if I could dunk, I could do what he did, and this man did that in the contest for some points. So the caliber of and mind frame of players that they chose was completely wrong. So they gonna have to offer up some money, you know what I'm saying, to get these other cats, entice them to get out there. Don't end it, cause it's something that you never know what this opportunity can open for certain type of players. 'Cause we didn't expect Gerald Green to come in and just blow cupcakes out, on top of the rim and stuff like that. Steve Francis had his moments, even though he lost to the great Vince Carter. Bishop Richardson had some moments and some wins. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get rid of it, man. But think of the names I'm saying. We can't name one cat that was in the dunk contest. I can only name Jackson
No,
Hayes.
that's my point. We can't name now one person in the dunk contest this year. I saw those highlights, bro, and I was like, what the fuck? This is not the same dunk contest they did.
I mean, in their creativity, they wasn't really creative. And that's what the major problem was. Because it wasn't even about the names. It was about the creativity and just the NBA in general. The NBA itself to move away from the dunk being important. You see a guy wide open with the lane, and they'll pull up for a three-pointer instead of going for the easy layup or dunk. So the game has evolved in itself, but so it's gonna be hard to know dunkers like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, ESPN used to be the Sports Center top 10. They used to be something exciting to look forward to, and people don't even push it the way they used to. So I just think, man, the creativity was gone. I'm for a good dunk contest, but I don't want all the gimmick. I don't want jumping over cars. You can jump over people, but that jump over the car, the Kia commercial crap, all that was commercial dunking. I don't like that. Now, when you had Zach LaVine going up against Aaron Gordon, you had some of the best dunk contests of recent memory that I've seen in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? We've had some great dunk contests, and then you have some subpar ones. So I think it's gonna happen, but it's crazy that the best thing of the Saturday night was the 3-point shooting, and look who came in and won that. Damian Lillard injured, so I knew he was gonna win because all he been doing is shooting. He been injured. You know what I'm saying? So what else he been doing?
Of course. It's just the excitement of the dunk contest. Like, it's not there no more. It used to be so much hype. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never paid attention to the All-Star game. I always paid attention to the dunk contest.
Yeah.
I never with the 3-point, all the skill they added, the skill competition. That was so boring. I ain't never even bothered looking at that. But it was a dunk contest, bro. The dunk contest was something that everybody was talking about even after the dunk contest was over with. You know what I'm saying? And we remember the Dwight Howard with the cape, man, and shit like that, man. And Jordan, I wasn't born then. Well, I was, but I don't remember. I was so small. But Jordan in the dunk contest, and then you got... it's just so much Vince Carter, and you got so much memories and stuff like that. And I remember seeing Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash with the whole soccer thing that they did. He should have won. But it's like the creativity, like you say, it's not there no more because the game has just changed. Piggyback off of what you just said. So it's like, what is the point in having a dunk contest? That's just my point. Like, just get rid of it. Just
I ain't
delete
gonna
it.
get rid of it. It's too much history in it. What else you gonna have on the weekend? Like you just said, you don't want to see the 3-pointer, you don't want to see none of that. Now what if somebody come in and just, oh my God, make a name for themselves, somebody you never heard of?
Well, how long we gonna sit there and wait about the what if? What if somebody?
Well,
What if
nah, ain't
somebody?
no.
It's
I mean, they
2030.
come. You had the year. I mean, who was in it? That white boy was killing out the G League. He was doing some crazy dunks. So he brought
What was
some
his name? What
excitement
was his
to it.
name?
McClung. He was playing for Philadelphia and for they D League team or G League team. But he won it like two
How
years
long ago
straight.
was
Like last
it?
year before last year. Nah, he was nice, man. It was just don't let the media fool you, man, and have you thinking it's done cut. They prisoner of the moment, man. And I guarantee you if they go back in the last 5 years, there at least been three good dunk contests. Like it's just not been any major names in it.
There's nothing more you can do. All the
But
cards has
who
been
who
jumped
even
over.
knows these players though? I think the NBA doing a
That
horrible
that
job
is
at
true.
marketing the kids. So I mean, the only ones you know, they still marketing LeBron as the crown gem of the league. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole Wimby out there. You know, you got all these other, you got Luke out there, you got all these other players, and they're still in the shadow. Wimby is making a break for it, but everybody's still in the shadow of LeBron. So it's like when y'all gonna market this league, in a different manner, and it's like they get caught up and wonder why people don't know all the players on a certain team. So
Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, it's
Cause
it's
it's
just
LeBron. It's LeBron. It's Steph. LeBron. Steph or LeBron. And or you get Wemby. You get Luca. You get those names, and that is true because it's like you knew early 2000s, late 90s of everybody. And you know what I'm saying? Look, and Jordan was still lingering around. Shit, when Jordan was in his prime, you knew everybody. But then again, too, it's like the way how the game is going, they jack up so much threes. It's not like how it was back then with the NBA. The NBA is still the NBA, it's still an exciting game to play and watch. But it's different now, bro. I can't explain it. It ain't the same like how it used to be, and that could be the NBA's fault because what?
no, no, we're good. It's a pop up.
Okay, yeah, that could be the NBA's fault, but we just I don't know. I know that this was a terrible dunk contest. My opinion. They need to do away with it, or they need to bring what the street ball or something, replace it with something. I don't know, but
Nah,
I know
nah.
this dunk
Them
contest was terrible.
females, them WNBA girls got that other league that they do called Unrivaled, and they had a one-on-one contest. It was off the chain. Like you had to get to 11 points. You had so much time on the clock per possession. It was make it, take it. Like they were doing street ball for real. So I think the NBA might want to look into
Okay,
that and making a few changes that way. But I wouldn't get rid of dunk
okay.
contest. I'll just add that in with the
What
dunk and 3 point. Huh?
they had to do something to get the crowd going again. Cause I remember the dunk contest was like we was rushing back home to see this. You understand what I'm saying? And we all used to hate Jordan. We love you, Jordan, but we was like Jordan was hater. Jordan was giving ones and twos to everybody. It's like, come on, Jordan. We hated when Jordan was judging. Jordan was straight hating on everybody. He was hating on everybody. And then every year we always want LeBron to go and do his thing. But like I said, the 101, that's a good idea. That's a good idea to have. But I mean, me personally, I think they should just do away with it, bro. I mean, do away with it or perfect it a little way or whatever the case may have you. But
Hey,
the
it's
same
it's
people
better
still
than
winning at
flag
3 points.
football for the Pro Bowl. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, now they need to do. I honestly thought that they were still doing full helmets and pads on the game, but nah, bro. It's like, what is that? What is that? But once again, it boils down to the payment, cause I don't think them boys was really getting paid that much money to actually be
Nah,
playing
and
a
he may
whole
about to
full
risk
game.
injury.
Yeah,
Football a lot
I
different
remember.
because it's a real contact sport. You know what I'm saying? It's not as loose as basketball. I eventually they was gonna have to do away with it anyway. It used to be great seeing them compete. And who want to risk? You got millions of dollars on the line for for the team that you play for on a regular, and you risking it in a somewhat of an all-star game. So I think that was a huge risk, and they probably did what was best for the players for sure and the league.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't understand it at first. But you know who really ended that though? To keep it 100, Sean Taylor. R.I.P. to Sean Taylor. Boy, Sean. Boy, them highlight games. That All-Star highlight Pro Bowl game that he did, bro, was the straight criminal. It's like, did somebody tell Sean Taylor, bro, that we really out here playing a Pro Bowl game? It's really not that serious. He was knocking people's head off.
Buddy. Yes, sir.
And I think since then they say, nah, hey man, we gonna flag football. We gonna straight flag football. Yeah, bro. We gonna do flag football, or we can just do a Madden tournament or something. Sean Taylor came through and he
Run head
Sean
loose,
Taylor
boy.
came through and head loose. He was knocking people ass, period. He wasn't playing no games with nobody, man. But moving forward, my brother. So let me see what we got here. What we got on the agenda? Some more. Man, baseball about to get started. Spring around the corner. I ain't excited about that. Astros got to get their shit together. Yada, 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 whatever, man. But, yeah, man. Other than that, dog, NBA shining star shit, man. Ain't nothing going on, boy. It's a slow day in some sports. I do know what we can talk about. So the Seahawks is being put up for sale. That's it.
That's perfect timing. What better time to get your money, homie? Hey, they not playing. They coming fresh off of Super Bowl. Just like Boston did when they sold the Celtics. What better time to sell a squad than coming off of win, man? I heard they would quadruple their worth or something like that. So they went from like 1.7. So man, they
6.7.
Boy, that's a good come up, man. I don't even got $1 million, let alone billions.
But I barely got 100.
They walking out the store with more. That's crazy.
I barely got 100.
10 billion? Oh, we coming off. Here you go.
I mean, I guess that's just a lot of that's come. I guess that's just the way of business, man. You build the team up, build it up, you stick in there. That can be an investment. Somebody come through and buy it. But who in the hell gonna have 6.7 billion?
See. It's coming. Trust, it's coming. Hey, all these tech guys, all these. Look here. Yeah, you best believe the team. And it's on the West Coast, and they coming off a win, and they got a good state structure. Man, yeah, they. Boy.
Magic Johnson, that nigga got.
Well, Magic up there with them Redskins. I mean, you can't say we had no more. He up there with Washington. He with the Magic Johnson part of the Commanders ownership. Yeah, so he already up there. So maybe Shaq and somebody put their money together. So I heard they trying to get the basketball squad. So when they expand the league, but man, somebody gonna be about them. Man, they bought the Celtics for $8 billion or $7 billion. They bought the Lakers for $10 billion. Don't get sold, brother. Like especially them new contracts for the TV deals and stuff.
And here's the crazy part too. They're gonna make it all right back. They're gonna make it all
right.
They're gonna make it all right back over time.
If they leave that team, they leave that brain trust alone that they got all them boys lead them in place, they gonna be all right.
Yep. They gonna get it. They gonna get it right back. Walmart. Yep. Walmart brought Denver. Walmart brought the Broncos.
Yeah, Washington about the Broncos.
Yeah.
Well, I want them.
Damn. 6.7 billion, Lord. God damn.
It's crazy.
Well, it's beyond me. This is a very expensive podcast this evening.
Yes, indeed.
This is out of our pay range, boy. I tell you what. But whoever get them, they, like you say, they in a good spot. They in a good position. You know, money changes overhand. So They up
Yeah,
for sale. They not gonna leave Seattle. They leave Seattle, that'll be the most dumbest move ever. They gonna lose interest down, down. And Seattle ain't had no basketball team in a mighty long time. So all they really do
right.
gotta hang their hat on is the Seahawks. I mean, they got the Mariners. Man, the Mariners been off and on hot. So we'll just see how that shit goes. But man, 6.7 billion. I think Elon Musk might end up buying them. Ooh. Ooh, or Jeff Bezos might buy him. He got about like a couple $1 billion hanging around.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They,
Yeah, they gonna be so. But hey, man, moving on, moving forward. But you know what? Hey, Derrell, brother, we back at it again. We ain't gonna never stop. We're gonna keep on, continue, keep doing our thing. And yeah, man, I appreciate the old. I appreciate the new. I appreciate the people coming through at the late night, in the mornings, or in the afternoon. Whenever time you hear me and Derrell's voice, I am Mike. This is my boy Derrell, and you have just been chasing wins with Mike and Derrell. Peace out.